Kaya versus Tonraq, two fierce waterbenders from the Southern Water Tribe. Here's something interesting. Both Tonraq and Kaya have faced one of the most dangerous villains in the Legend of Korra,
Zahir.
It makes you wonder, between these two waterbenders, who's got the upper hand when it comes to combat? This video is a special request from @TLOKATLA, and by the end, we'll figure out who the winner is. It won't be an easy decision though, because they're both amazing fighters. So let's dig in and break it all down. This is Mind Bursters. If you love epic rankings and intense showdowns, then consider subscribing. It not only helps the channel grow, but ensures you never miss out on the action coming your way. Let's kick things off with Tonraq.
I put you away once, Zahir, and I'm going to do it again.
The guy is a tank. From the moment you see him, you know he's built for combat. He's not just some random bender. He's a seasoned warrior who's led battles, defended his tribe, and fought against tough odds. And let's be real, his size alone is intimidating. When he combines that physical strength with his bending, he becomes a force you do not want to mess with.
It's time we take back what is ours. It's time to take back our city.
Tonraq's fighting style is all about power. Unlike many waterbenders who like to focus on precision or smooth movements, Tonraq uses his raw strength to dominate. He's also mastered ice bending, which gives him a huge advantage in battle. He can instantly freeze water into weapons or shields, making him especially dangerous in colder environments. Remember when he fought Zahir? He didn't hesitate. He went straight at him, throwing massive ice shards and setting up barriers to pin Zahir down. Even though Zahir is super quick, Tonraq managed to keep up and even overpower him at times. Tonraq created large ice walls and held up a water blast for a good amount of time. With a little help from two other benders, he even bent a massive wave that covered an entire forest. He's also shown off some pretty advanced techniques, like building a huge ice ramp while trapping a dark spirit in an ice prison at the same time. And let's not forget when he flash froze Unalak's soldiers in an instant. Tonraq's abilities aren't just about brute strength, he's also fast. He dodged a dark spirit's attack without breaking a sweat and got close to landing a punch on Unalak, one of the top waterbenders out there. His durability is just as impressive, tanking air blades from Zahir that had taken out Korra. He also withstood ice attacks from the twins, who once took down a plane with their bending. Plus, he survived a massive ice attack from Unalak. Even after all of that, Tonraq was still standing, even though he wasn't in top condition before the fight. Tonraq's biggest advantage is that he's a frontline fighter. He's spent years fighting in large-scale battles, so he knows how to handle high-pressure situations. His battle experience gives him an edge in reading opponents and reacting quickly in the heat of the moment. So, if you're thinking this fight is going to be a calm, strategic waterbending duel, think again. Tonraq doesn't fight like that. He brings raw force, and he's not afraid to charge straight at his opponent. Now, let's talk about Kaya from the Southern Water Tribe.
We missed you, Aunt Kaya.
Oh, I missed you too.
As the daughter of Katara and Avatar Aang, she inherited some serious waterbending skills, and she was personally trained by her mother. Kaya's waterbending style reflects her mother's, mixing traditional elements from both the northern and southern water tribes, with a bit of the foggy swamp influence. Although we haven't really seen her use the last one on screen. Her bending is more graceful, but don't mistake that for weakness. She can hold her own in a fight against some seriously tough opponents. But her big moments came when she faced the Red Lotus members, Zahir and Minghua. One of the best parts of this scene is how Kaya fought just like her mother, Katara. It was one of those underrated moments that really showed off her waterbending skills. When Kaya went up against Zahir and Minghua, she was definitely thrown into a tough situation. I mean, facing a master airbender and a super aggressive waterbender with no arms isn't something that happens every day, but Kaya held her own pretty damn well. The fight with Minghua was really intense. Minghua was a nightmare. She was quick, relentless, and unpredictable, but Kaya didn't back down. She kept her cool, blocking and deflecting attacks while throwing out her own, even when it seemed like Minghua's attacks could overwhelm her. Then there's Zahir, which was a whole different challenge. As an airbender, he's fast and hard to pin down, but Kaya managed to keep up. She used her waterbending to set up defenses and tried to corner him. You could really see the years of training under Katara paying off. Kaya adapted quickly and balanced between offense and defense without hesitation. Aside from her combat abilities, Kaya is also a world-renowned healer.
You don't get to tell me what I can and can't do. Deal with that.
After traveling the world, she gained a reputation for her healing abilities, which are rivaled only by her mother's and Atuat's. She was able to sustain Janora's body for a week, while her soul was trapped in the spirit world. Kaya even mentioned that she could feel Janora's energy slipping away, showing her deep connection to those she heals and her ability to sense their chi. So Kaya's combination of combat skills and healing abilities makes her one of the most well-rounded waterbenders in the series, even if she doesn't get as much time in the spotlight.
How long has she been away?
Almost a week. I've tried to keep her energy flowing, but I can feel her slipping away.
So, who's winning here? You see, both Kaya and Tonraq are strong in their own ways, and they each bring something special to the fight. But when we look at their waterbending specifically, things get interesting. Kaya is a skilled waterbender, known for her smooth and precise moves. She's got a lot of natural talent, no doubt. Tonraq, on the other hand, may not be as graceful, but he's definitely straightforward. Tonraq's fighting style is kind of like an earthbender's. He's all about brute strength. And while that might seem like a disadvantage against someone as smooth and calculated as Kaya, it actually works in his favor. Kaya's creative techniques required time and careful execution, but Tonraq wouldn't give her that luxury. He'd come at her hard and fast, bombarding her with heavy water attacks that leave little room to breathe. Now, both of them have faced Zahir, which gives us some insight.
Nowhere to go, Zahir!
When Tonraq fought Zahir, he didn't hold back. He used his strength to create barriers, throw ice, and relentlessly chase him down. Zahir clearly didn't want to engage Tonraq in a straight fight. But Kaya's fight with Zahir was different. She was more aggressive than usual, which isn't her typical style. Normally, Kaya is more defensive, using waterbending to control the flow of the fight. But here, she had to be quick, trying to capture Zahir before he escaped. Maybe Zahir did something to Sokka in the past, because Kaya was seriously angry in that scene, probably the angriest we've ever seen her. The way she said Zahir after she put two and two together made it feel really personal, like there's more to their history than we know. Sure, she was always going to protect the airbenders and her family from an assassin, but her attitude here was totally different compared to when she fought Ming Hua and Gazan at the Northern Temple. It's kind of interesting, honestly. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, trying to be Delulu, but still, it's clear Kaya had Zahir on the ropes several times during the fight. If he had slipped up just once, she would have captured him or done even worse, all on her own. Tonraq, though, is more than just a waterbender. He's a seasoned warrior. He reminds me of Hakoda, but with the raw power of a waterbender. He's lived through exile, wars, and rebellions. He's basically been in the trenches his entire life.
Whoa! So you were supposed to be chief, then he became chief. No wonder you guys don't like each other. Ow, what?
Kaya, for all her talent, doesn't have the same level of combat experience. She's an amazing bender, yes, but she hasn't lived the kind of life Tonraq has. In a long battle, I think Tonraq's experience and grit would help him outlast Kaya. I get that some might question why Kaya, being the child of one of the greatest waterbenders and the Avatar, doesn't seem more powerful in combat, but maybe Kaya's more of a healer than a fighter.
Don't laugh.
Speaking of healing, that's a skill Kaya has in her back pocket. While it might not help her directly in a fight, if she gets injured, she can heal herself. The problem is, Tonraq won't give her the chance. He's the kind of fighter who pushes his opponent from the start and doesn't give them room to recover. Tonraq also knows how to turn defense into offense. He's shown using ice walls and water shields that he quickly turns into attacks. Kaya's more defensive, but she doesn't switch gears to offense as fast as Tonraq does. In a direct comparison, Tonraq has the upper hand in terms of strength and durability. The guy's a tank, plain and simple. He's built to withstand punishment. Kaya may have the edge in finesse and technical waterbending mastery, but Tonraq's raw power and combat experience make him difficult to beat. Tonraq was able to get up close to Unalaq, even with all of Unalaq's defenses and super fast attacks. And he did it while barely using any waterbending. He was literally punching and headbutting ice into pieces. Keep in mind, Unalaq is on a whole other level compared to Kaya. If it's a close fight, my bet is on Tonraq. Without waterbending, Tonraq wins hands down. He's a soldier, so he knows how to fight with weapons and hand-to-hand combat. Kaya doesn't have that kind of skill without her bending, so Tonraq wins.
You have our support, Chief Tonraq.
Mine too.
But let me know what you think about this battle in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, hit that like button and subscribe for more breakdowns, battles, and rankings every week. This is Mindbursters. Until next time, stay geeky.
Don't get all mushy on me, Chief. Tonraq, sir?